Hello everyone, welcome to Aquascaping for Beginners, my journey on learning how to aquascape. So this week we will be talking about my 55. I haven't done a video on it in a while and some things have changed, so I want to show you guys some of the things that have changed. And I just want to say thank you for checking out the video and let's get into it. Let's check out what's going on in this new tank. I have added some new fish. As you can see here, I've added some I think they're called veil tail cherry barbs. I'd never seen them before, so I was just like, man, those look really nice. And I have a perfect place to put them, and that's in here. So I got a total of 12 of them in here, plus my other fish I already had. The reason I added them was because I just felt like the tank just looked kind of empty, because the gold barbs usually just hang out in the Java fern tree, which you can see here is doing very well. As always, got a lot of growth on it. Happy about that. But yeah, the gold barbs were just always hanging out here or hanging out in the middle, you know, because they didn't know what was going on with the angelfish, because the angelfish for about a month were spawning and laying eggs all the time. So they just ended up staying on this side of the tank, and I just felt like it needed something else in here. So when I saw these cherry barbs, it kind of was a sign that I should go ahead and get them. But let's just check out how everything else is doing. So this is how these are doing over here. These valves are doing over here. And then here in this section over here, you can see this piece of driftwood with all this Java fern on it. It is growing in very nicely. It's filling in. I did manage to get a piece put in there, so hopefully that'll start growing out soon. And then really disappointed with the red dwarf lilies, because they did really well at first, but now a month, 2 months later, not really seeing anything from them. Like, they had that big explosion at first when they first got into the tank, but then since then have not really done too well. I am noticing that my dwarf sag wasn't doing too well, so I did move it out of this tank and move it into my top 40 tank. So I now need to find a new plant to replace it with. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to get. I'm still looking through what's available and making a decision based on that. But yeah, that's really it. The fish, these cherry barbs, have been in here for a couple days now. They were sitting in quarantine for about a week, just so they can get used to the food I was feeding them, because they just came in the day I bought them. They just came into the pet store, so I didn't know if they had been fed or not. So I was just like, yeah, let me get them used to my food. So I let them sit in quarantine for a week, and I was just feeding them so they get used to the food. So when I got introduced into this tank, I wouldn't lose any because they weren't eating. Okay, so that's what's new in this tank. Really liking these cherry barbs. They really go well with the gold barbs. They all, from time to time, I will catch them all like schooling together, so that's kind of cool. Seeing a big mass of all these fish is all kind of swimming together. But outside of that, I've just been mainly working on the new bottom 40 tank. I've just been trying to keep that tank and get it set up and ready. Hopefully the next week or two I can add some fish to it. Tank is still kind of cloudy, so I don't want to add anything until the cloudiness goes away. But still going to see what happens. If these angelfish start spawning again and they start laying eggs again, I may move the angelfish into that tank, or I may go with what I originally had planned. But we'll just wait and see what happens when that time comes to start stocking that tank. But as always, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, wetplants.com. They have a great selection of plants. Everything always ships out nice. I just can't speak highly enough of them. Really suggest you hit the link below, go check out what they got. Sign for their mailing list, because they mail out like emails 2 to 3 times a week about stuff that's on sale. So like you can get driftwood, because I saw they had a sale a couple of months back where they had driftwood on sale for like 30 or 40% off. You know, and then they do, you know, other sales and plants where they'll have plants like on sale for 15 or for 20% off. So definitely check it out. Well worth the time. Like I said, this stuff always ships out. Never had any problems with anything. But just want to say, hey, thank you for making it to the end of the video. I really appreciate everybody's support and watching the videos. Share this video with some friends. You know, get them into the hobby. Show them what can be done if they just take the time and energy to do it, because anything is possible. But once again, thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with everybody you know. You guys have a great day and happy holidays.